Now we will study about the types of objective type test. There are several types of objective tests. The most popular kinds are as follows: supply type or recall type. In this kind of test, one is short answer, another is insert or completion. Short answer means that the student has write few words for a particular question. Insert or completion means that the gap is given here and the student has to supply few words to complete this sentence. Second is selection type or recognition type. In selection and recognition type, alternative response, that you have to select that which response is correct. Matching, as I told you earlier, two columns, column A, column B. Few words are given here, few words are given in the second B, column B. The learner has to match the words of column A with the column B. Multiple choice, one statement is given, four options are given here and one has to select the correct one. So, the key answer is the answer among these four and one statement, that is stem of the question, and it is along with the four alternatives, that one has to put only the one correct answer, that is the key answer of that particular question. Introduction to short answer type test. In order to increase the question paper's validity, reliability and sampling capacity, the current trend is to include more short answer questions. So, what is the current trend? That is to include more short answer questions. Although they come in a variety of formats, short answer questions all have the following characteristics in common. They allow for a greater sampling of content and typically call for precise responses. Many take less than a minute to read and respond, and most take less than 5 minutes. They tend to score more objectively and more trustworthy and legitimate than essay questions. The length and scope of responses should be precise and specific. Classification of short answer type test. They can be grouped into two broad categories: extended answer and insert and completion. Extended answer type, students must complete tasks such as writing a brief description, creating a list, drawing a map, performing a calculation and translating a sentence in the extended answer version, jot down a formula, definition and so forth. So, extended answer type means that writing a brief description, only write few words, creating a list, that there are few objects, frame a list, drawing a map, draw some map and show the location of that different states, performing a calculation, few variables are given, now you perform it and synthesize the relationship between A, B, C. These are the three variables. Now you synthesize all and formulate one equation. Exam boards often use them and they are arguably the most prevalent type of questions in schools. They can be set with surprising ease, but marking them consistently and quickly is typically challenging. Now see example 1. Give the titles of 2 novels of Premchand and for each the names of 3 of the principal character. So, give the title of these 2 and give the names of 3 of the principal character here. So, this question is given in that form, character 1, 2, 3, character 1, 2, 3, and now the 2 character is likely to be written here. So, what has been asked? Give the titles of 2 novels of Premchand, and for each the names of 3 of the principal character. In the particular novel, what is the important character that you have written here? Example 2, give a brief explanation of the 2 causes that led to the start of word war. Number 1, keep your writing about each factor to no more than 30 words. Space is given here and you will have to write this within 30 words. Example 3, name 1 inorganic salt and 1 organic salt, then list the 2 categories of chemical compounds that combine to form salts. Example 4, make diagrams to show the structure of an atom, a human cell, methyl alcohol. So, what you have to do here? You should make a diagram just to show the structure of an atom, a human cell, methyl alcohol. Example 5, write 2 separate sentences, one containing the word eminent and the other containing imminent. So this is a kind of example 5 that you have to do. Now, we come to the next category, insert or completion type objective items. The most popular type of completion questions ask students to correctly finish an incomplete statement by adding 1 or 2 words. It is typically referred to as an insert type when the missing words are located in the body of the statement that needs to be finished. So, completion type means that one statement or one sentence is given and the learner has to supply a few words just to complete this sentence. A completion type is one in which the final words of the statement are necessary. However, insert or completion questions are not just for written statements, they can also be used to create really good questions based on unfinished calculations, maps, drawings, formulas and the like. Selection type or recognition type, that is the second category. Alternate response test, true false test items. A true false items can be written in one of 3 forms: simple, complex or compound. Answer can consist of only 2 choices, simple, more than 2 choices, complex, or 2 choices plus a conditional completion response, compound. So, this is a kind of selection type or recognition type of items where true false items can be written in one of 3 forms. That one is simple when we provide the one choice, when 2 choices and more than 2 choices, complex, or 2 choices plus a conditional completion response, that is compound. So, the true false test items may vary in that writing form. Matching test, as I told you, 1 column, 2 column, few are giving here, items are giving here and you have to match with the column B. So, matching items typically have a column of responses on the right side of the page and a column of stimuli on the left side of the exam page. It is necessary for students to match the response to a specific stimulus. Directions. Write the letter of the principal that best explains the occurrence of each factual statement on the line to the left of the statement. It is possible to apply each principle more than once. Multiple choice items. There are 2 components to the multiple choice items. The stem, that is the statement, which states the issue or question and the response alternatives. Students or pupils are asked to choose the option that best answers the question or completes the statement. So, this is about the types of this objective test. So, I conclude that to conclude, I can say that in objective type test, there is one is supply type, where the student has to supply a few words. Selection type or recognition type, where the student has to identify the correct answer, and in the short answer type, where the student has to write few words in the form of as per the requirement of the question. And next one is the length and scope of responses should be precise and specific. And classification of short answer type test, that is may be in the form of extended answer, or it may be in the form of insert and completion type. So, these are the examples that I have given: example 1, example 2, example 3, example 4, example 5. Insert or completion type, where few words are supplied by the students. So, selection type or recognition type, true and false items are here. Matching test, where the columns are given and a learner has to match these all the items. Multiple choice, where the choices are given, a student has to put the correct alternative. So, these about the all about the objective type test items. So, objective type test items are having a specific kind of characteristics, and how we want to check the knowledge of the students, that is on the basis of the types of items that we provide them. It may be in the form of fill in the blanks, it may be in the form of matching columns, it may be in the form of multiple type, it may be in the form of few words supply, and it may be in the form of true and false, and so on. So, it depends on the kind of item that the assessor or the evaluator is framing, but always think that these kind of objective type test items having certain limitation, because there is no language proficiency is checked by the evaluator, but however, it is very specific and a very kind of items that provide great learning, and a kind of deep understanding of the content is very essential here. And a student has to know that what is the perfect learning, and how can I become a perfect learner, in the sense so that I can do all the questions given in the paper in the correct way. So, and the evaluator should also keep in mind that framing the items of the recall and a kind of recognition, higher order learning can also be checked by the objective type test items. So, the level of the item should be differ in a one test paper. It may be simple test items, it may be slightly higher, and then the higher, the most higher learning skills, because we want to check the all kind of this skills of the students from knowledge to the last objective, that is evaluation, and that is creation of the students. So, this framing of objective type test items need certain kind of carefulness and precautions, just to make it more perfect and just to make it a balanced kind of test items. And it is really wonderful to assist the students' knowledge with the help of these objective type test items. In most of the competitive tests, we are using these items, because it is very easy to evaluate with the help of the machine, and we take a results and we could be able to find the results of the students immediately, and that there is a short duration of time we can declare the result of the students also. So, it is very helpful in that sense and very useful for the students, and I do hope that you would be able to understand regarding these objective type test items and their examples, so that you could be able to know that what kind of objective type test items has its benefit for the learners and for the evaluation of curriculum. Thank you very much to all of you, and I do hope you could understand what I want to say. So, be happy and be healthy. Thank you.